Okay. So this is going to get real interesting. So this is about this is about plans that you made in the future. This is about plans for the future, rather. Um, the star is your underlying energy, guys. So this is about what you're, manifesting and everything like that. Five of Pentacles, that is, talks about, struggling, right? That's a poverty card. Having a not exactly having everything, but it's still something more than absolutely nothing, and you guys are still trying to make it work. It looks like now the situation, the heart of your reading is showing that there's a change, a radical change, right? But the obstacles that you're facing are the things that's causing you to. Okay, the situation is this, right? I think there is this desire for some immediate change, some change to definitely take place. But the thing is that there is. I don't know if there's necessarily anybody here to plan for the future here, and I think the thing that's keeping this change from happening is that, like, there is no preparation for what's happening next, and sometimes you don't need that. Like, the tower happens whether you have a plan or not, but the situation to me is like, it's like, what do you want to do? What do you have planned? What do you want to make happen? And I think the Three of Pentacles is like, maybe there isn't a desire, or maybe not a desire, but maybe there is no true idea of what you want to happen, if that makes sense. You want to change, but you don't know what the change would be. The Three of Pentacles can indicate making plans for the future with people, and perhaps there's not everyone, maybe everyone's not on board with the idea, and you're kind of waiting on some sort of feedback from them, perhaps, because in the past year you have the Four of Pentacles, so there was a bit of holding stuff in, not opening up, keeping all of your ideas and all your feelings to yourself. Some of you guys were saving hardcore, like doing some hardcore savings, in your financial life here. Some of you guys may be struggling, but I think ultimately you guys really are trying to kind of like get a handle on things, and that's by holding on to stuff, or really saving, perhaps, saving money. Some of you guys have kind of retracted, haven't really opened up, kind of kept things to yourself and not really said anything or shared anything. And now you have the Two of Cups in your presence, so maybe there's someone here that's around you that can help you, or someone that you can relate to that's following along in the same path. This can indicate this is a soulmate, a co-worker, or a relationship with someone, or perhaps this is someone that you've just recently met. And I think that's why the Tower and the Three of Cups is coming up here. I kind of get this feeling that kind of just happened, and now you kind of are, second guessing your future, if that makes sense. It kind of feels like you're making a decision about what you're going to do after that, or what you're going to do with it, because it's like this person can help you, or this person is something, is someone special, obviously, for you. And I kind of get this feeling that you're now making, you're not sure of exactly what the future has to offer. So, which explains the Fool, right? Because you just met this individual, kind of happened out of the blue, or maybe there's something, some sort of spark or epiphany about maybe your desire, what your happily ever after would look like. The Six of this, the Star here, this reset button. Something's definitely started over, and I feel like this is between you and this other person, whether this is a relationship that you're currently in or somebody brand new. And I feel like even though you can't really see what the future looks like right now, you're taking a leap of faith and going with it, because you don't really know exactly what the future truly has to offer. You just kind of have to live through that. Now, your goal and ambition is justice. So for some of you guys do want to get married. I see you guys do want to settle down, want to start, creating a family or starting a family, carrying on traditions and, moving, creating a generation of your own, or being a part of the creation of the next generation. But I do feel like for a lot of you guys, you do want to, commit. You guys want to find someone to, tie the knot with, if that makes sense. And do start seeing a future, start making a future with this individual. But you have your outcome being the Three of Wands. This is interesting because the Three of Wands talks about, manifesting and knowing exactly what to expect. This is about putting in the hard work, while waiting for your ships to come in, right? Because I think there is something that you're waiting on. There's some sort of information that you're waiting on with another person here, or this person here is like waiting on you. There's a distance as well with this person, Capricorn. And I kind of get this feeling that perhaps this is just you really working hard, focusing on your work, on your career, or perhaps just focusing on what needs to be done in the meantime while you're being patient for something else. And usually this is, like I said, the manifestation card. You know what's to come. You already have an idea of what's coming in. And with I think you expect this person. It's very weird. It's almost like you guys expected this person. You saw this person coming from a mile away. And the surprise isn't really that shocking because you kind of planned for it. Now it's weird because I was going along this whole narrative was like, okay, so something unexpected happened, but the obstacle is that you didn't see it coming. Perhaps that's, I mean, that's the case. Obviously, with the tower, you never do see it coming. But for some reason, I'm getting the feeling that the tower isn't really going to be a surprise because you already anticipated this person returning or somebody coming in. You know, I feel like there's something that you've been waiting on. You've been waiting on this person, and I think you've been keeping it to yourself, quiet, not really doing much. Then boom, this person comes into your life. Very strange, because it makes sense why you're so eager to just take a leap of faith. Usually, if there's something, you know, you like a little bit more information, a little bit of time to kind of make decisions about what you're going to do, and then let that be your deciding factor of what the hell's going on next. But the Three of Pentacles being the obstacle is like you don't have a plan because perhaps you don't need it. You're just going to you're going to wing it. Now your outcome is the Hierophant. Some of you guys maybe you've anticipated meeting somebody, but their situation is this: like maybe they're a different age, maybe they're of different religion, or race, ethnicity, what have you, right? Nationality. This person may be different from your usual type, but that may be that you are going to, that you're having to change a lot of your old, routines, your traditional beliefs, that box that you put yourself in and create a new one for yourself. The two of these together with Justice and the Hierophant talks about marriage, but the thing that's throwing me about this entire reading is this Three of Pentacles. And I don't really understand the heart because it's like, what are you doing? What are your intentions? The underlying energy is saying the intention sets the intention. It says you are manifesting, just reaching for the stars, making your dreams come true. Underneath that was the Five of Pentacles. It's a struggle, but you're still determined to make your dream come true. Faith is knowing, right? And you have faith with the star. But then the Tower comes up in the heart of your reading, like as if, like the challenge is the Tower is dealing with something that's unexpected or handling something unexpectedly with people that have no idea what the hell's going on either. Almost like, but it feels like there's a sort of element of a surprise because you do know what's going on. The Three of Wands would indicate that you do know what's going on. You wouldn't be looking out in the distance expecting a ship to come in if you didn't know what the fuck was happening. So it's weird, Capricorn. It's like there's no cards in here indicating that you use your intuition. None of that. But you're just feeling things, like you just know something's coming. You work so hard and save so long, so much for, you saved your money or saved something here. Holding something back, and it's for someone. We're going to clarify this. Why is the Three of Pentacles the heart of the reading? Excuse me. You're expecting someone. The Eight of Swords. Okay, so you don't know what to do. Okay. So it's interesting. It's like something may have happened, and yeah, you just don't know what to do with it. Like I was going with before, Three of Pentacles. But it's so weird. Why is the Three of Wands in the external energy then? If you don't know you don't know what to do. You don't have a plan of execution of what to do. Well, maybe this is somebody that came into your life and threw a monkey wrench in and they just kind of won your heart. But let's see, with the Three of Wands. Why is the Three of Wands in the external energy? Why? Ten of Wands. Because of a burden. So being overburdened with responsibilities and tasks. So you didn't expect it. You knew something was coming, but you didn't know exactly what was happening. You didn't know exactly what was coming in. That's what it kind of gives me the feeling. It's like you knew that you were manifesting something, but I don't think you even expected a person to come in to help you. That's sweet. That makes total sense. I think someone came in and just like, what? This is what I got? And I think for some of you guys, it's like you don't really know how to use this. You don't really know how to, work with this because you've been doing things by yourself for so long. But I feel like this person is going to bring in some new energy. It's going to obviously kickstart something brand new, and you may have to start something fresh. But this is someone that's typical. Not typical, right? I don't think this person's in your usual box. I don't think this is your usual forte of dealing with another person anyway, right? But I think you consider it because you don't know what to do anyway. And you guys are really good with knowing what to do. Okay, so that's an interesting reading this time around, Capricorns. So let's see what you guys got for your wisdom of the oracle cards. Got two. So resurrection and time to go. See, look at that. Judgment and pretty much death. But I'm going to show you guys the cards here. Judgment does talk about the resurrection, right? It talks about things revitalizing itself, rejuvenating itself. It's a period in which we thought something was gone, but even that can heal. Even those devastations, like this lava going over these plants, obviously a tree is still growing. This can be healing of the devastation. And I feel like there may be something that you didn't expect, especially when it came to another person, and you didn't see it coming, and you don't know what to do with it, because obviously I don't think you realize. I think you may have manifested it unintentionally, right? It's very similar to, it's a very Aquarian thing to do, right? Because they do that all the time. They don't really mean to manifest something into their lives, but it comes and it surprises them. And I feel like that opens up a new door. And I think time to go isn't necessarily saying leave the old behind necessarily. It's also about going down that, opening that door to the Fool and taking that leap, just making it happen. Time to go is like, it's the Eight of Cups as well. It's like there's not much you can do in this situation. There's not much that you can finish putting in. So like, there's not much you can continue to put in anymore. If you're done with it, you're mostly done with it. There's nothing more to give. And I feel like you're at that period. There's nothing more to give. So there may be something else, something new out there. And I think this other person may be helping you. And it may not help you should see that. But this person here is this new step, is this new beginning. Is this opportunity to restart? I think this person is someone you wanted to restart with. Alright, let's take a look at the Messenger Oracle, guys. Be vigilant. We're going to read that information right there. Alright, be vigilant is number 5. It's number 3, excuse me. Be watchful and cautious of both others' actions and your own. Stand ready to protect yourself from those who may covert you. Stand ready to protect yourself from those who may covet what you have or seek to harm those you care for. But also be vigilant and watchful of your own actions, lest you be the one doing harm. Weigh your actions. Be sure you act wisely. Be sure you have done all that needs to be done before moving forward. Leave nothing to chance, lest all you have nurtured and cherished be undone by your own lack of vigilance. Okay, so this is interesting. So this whole reading is practically talking about pay attention, and be ready to act for that. Because honestly, this, with regeneration coming up, this is like, let's get ready to act. This is something that's coming back up from the surface, somebody that's coming back around. But you may need to be paying attention to what you do here, because moving forward, especially with the Three of Wands there, which makes a lot of sense now with the actions and all that. Moving forward, this person's in your life, but you don't know what their intentions are. You don't know what they're planning, and that's the thing that you're kind of confused about. You're trapped in your thoughts about. You don't know what they're planning. Just be watchful, be mindful. That's all you can do. You don't have to constantly scramble for it. Just keep an open mind, right? And justice, right? I think this person may want to get married, but or maybe this person is someone that you've met that you feel very closely with that you didn't see coming, and this is someone that that you maybe you've been wanting someone to get married to, and this is the thing that they've come in with. Be mindful that they're getting married for the right reasons. Pay attention to them and watch for them to be and be ready to take accountability for the actions that you take forward.